Hi guys, so you might have seen these before. These are just little sewing themed charms or pendants for sewing themed journals, and I've made a few more as they've all sold out of my Etsy shop, but this time, previously I put them in packs of 2, but this time what I've done, I've made 6 charms to go in some sewing themed packs, and then I'll put 3 sets of 2 like I had on my shop before, so if you just want the charms and not a whole pack. And one was a spare that I need to send to someone else. So I'll just give you a quick look. So I don't know if you can see, sorry, the lighting is so bad. It's late afternoon here in Sydney. It's about 4:15. So I've got the blinds drawn because the sun is on the front window, and it gets really warm in this room. But then I've got the lamp on, so, but anyway, all they are, it's just little sewing themed items in, these are crafters bottle caps. So I came across about 3 packs of these or something, and they were really cheap, like $1, and they had heaps in a bag at an op shop. And I've just been using them to make little charms and pendants, you know, steampunk and sewing themed and stuff like that. So I'll give you a quick look. So all they are in there is little zipper pulls, little pins, press studs, eye hooks, sequins. There's some, you know, sewing threads, buttons, clothing labels, that sort of thing. You get the gist. Anything sewing related. You might also see a few little beads here and there as little gap fillers. So give you a closer look at it more. What I do when I pull apart old clothes or wedding dresses or anything like that, I keep all the little press studs and all that, and I just chuck them in this little plastic baggie, and I save them up, and that's what I use in there. So I don't go out specifically buying little bits for it. And then I use some diamond glaze. It's a dimensional adhesive, and it dries clear and really hard. I also use it when I make paper beads. So I think they turn out really super duper cute. Like that one's really cute. Anyway, so I'll give you a quick look at some of them. And thank you, Sue. I used some of your sequins that you tried to glitter bomb me with. See those little hooks? And I pull them off everything, like even when you've got an old bra or something, just pull the little hooks off. Chuck them aside until you get enough. Actually, that's why I've only made 12 or 13 of them, because I've run out of little bits and pieces. I haven't been pulling a lot of old clothes or anything apart lately. These ones, I made them not yesterday, day before, I think, but I like to leave them overnight and to dry. So they're dry to the touch now, but to cure them properly, you really need a couple of days until they're completely cured. But they're fine to touch and use and everything now. This one I've got actually left the zipper attached to a bit of the fabric, the little pull, so that you can see a bit of the zipper there as well. And this one, you'll see, it's hard to see on camera, but this is a little bit of fabric, and it's actually got a pin through it. So you'll see the ripples of the fabric. So I don't know, just get creative, chuck in anything you like. If you don't have diamond glaze to put in there, I think there's some other dimensional adhesives, but they're really hard to find in Australia. And if you do find them, they're really expensive. My diamond glaze, James, one of my friends in America, he sent it to me, but see, I think they're really cute and different. This one has some string in it. I didn't use cotton thread because it's it kind of gets swallowed up and lost. But I think the little press studs and the little eye hooks, I don't even know if that's what they're called, and the little safety pins always look super cute. And the sequins. See, this one, you can see a clothing label underneath where you can just read the writing, like the washing instructions and that. Anyway, so you can buy these in packs of 2 in my shop. I haven't got many packs. I think I've only got 3 packs of 2. Okay, and then the rest will go into some sewing themed packs, which I'll show you now. And I only made 6 of the packs. So I'll just show you what's in each one. Each one is the same, but of course the pages will be different even though they're out of the same books and stuff. So each pack will get one of these, one little charm, and you'll get one at random because I don't want to list them 6 separate packs on Etsy. So each pack will get one of these. Oh, and sorry, these have just got a jump ring. It's a large jump ring. And there's a hole in the bottle cap. I just use like a nail and a hammer to whack a hole in it. And the little plastic thing that's on the bottom of the bottle cap has been taken out. Anyway, so you can just hang that straight onto your charm or dangle, or put it on a bulb pin, hang straight on your journal if you want, if you don't want to put it on a dangle. Anyway, so you'll get one of these little sewing themed charms. Each pack will get one of these magazines, so you'll get the whole magazine. And these are from, oh, I had all the dates in my head and now forgotten. These are 1979, and they're actually in pretty good nick. I found a whole folder full in an op shop, so they're all protected in a big folder, so they're all in good nick. So that's 1979. Like, these are no rips, no tears, no nicks, no writing. They're all really good condition, and I think whoever collected them had them all in order. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, so these are all 1979. So you'll get one of these magazines. Let me zoom down because I think you're a bit close. Oop, I don't want you to see my messy desk. Okay, so I'll just give you a look at the magazines. The images are really funny. In some of them, like the early 80s, late 70s hairstyles in some of them are really funny. Of course, the one I flick through doesn't have any. look at that. Actually, hers is not too bad, but anyway, so you'll get one of these at random. 1979 magazine. You'll get one of these. These were out of, I think it was a 66. Don't quote me on that. I think it was 66, 1966. But it was just a folder full of sewing hints, and they were all numbered. You know, how to cut different materials, measurements, fastenings, stuff like that. Anyway, and each one, they kind of look the same, but they're on a little different topic. So each pack will get one of these, and these open out like a trifold. and they've got the really good little images in them. And this is like a thick, really thick paper. And look at the image on the front. That's awesome. So you could even cut this to use that on the cover of your journal because it's really vintagey looking. So each pack will get one of those. These are some glossy pages out of some sewing, I think it was a needlepoint book. Yeah. So each one will get one of these. Look at her hair. And look at the expression on her. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Look at this little kid. Seriously, if I dressed my son in that at that age, I would have been in big trouble. He wouldn't have left the house. I really love looking through the old images. This is kind of ready for Christmas. You know, in America, how you have your ugly sweaters. We don't wear well, we call them jumpers, not sweaters. But we don't wear jumpers in Australia because it's so hot in Christmas. It's summer here. So you'll get one of those. Oh, that's actually the book it was out of, Needlework. So one of those double pages. You'll get one of these. This was actually was it in the same book? No, this one, sorry. This was actually out of the same book as these, except these kind of had a glossy image, but these are all matte. And these are like little projects, so crocheted slippers. Toilet and deodorant cover. They're really funny. Little crocheted curler bag. Actually, this mightn't have been the same book. Sorry. Look at this rabbit. Imagine making that. It's so... Look at its little evil face. Oh my goodness. I love the pictures out of these. Bath ball cleaners. Jewel curler bag. Oh my goodness. My grandmother used to make these toilet roll holders. The little doll. In fact, one of them is still there. My dad's living there now. Tea cozy. Tissue box cover. My grandmother was a really, really good crocheter. Okay, that is scary. Monkey face string holder. Materials required. 1 plastic monkey face. Where on earth do you get a plastic monkey face? Okay, that's too funny. Oh, and my grandmother actually made one of these as well. It's green and it's still in the bathroom. And I remember it from when I was a little kid. That's so funny. It's actually a talcum powder holder. Anyway, sorry. I get sidetracked looking at the stupid pictures in them. They're so funny. Okay, there's one of those. These pages are a bit yellowed because I think the book was like mid-60s to late 60s, somewhere around then. But this was a knitting book. Oh, this embroidery one was out of the same book as that other one I showed you. It's got the little stitches. That's so awesome. Actually, I did learn some stitches out of this. But I don't have the patience for embroidery. I really admire people who do that sort of work. You know, that really detailed, time-consuming work. Okay, so you'll get one of those. And these make good little embellishments and stuff as well. Little, if you don't want to use the whole pages in your journal, make little tuck spots and pockets and stuff. There's one of these, and sorry, it's not a double open page, it's just a single page, because that's how it was kind of glued into the book. There was no staples. So there's one of these. This was out of an old book as well. I don't remember the year though, but I think it was late 60s, early 70s. So there's one of those. Knitting and crochet in 5 languages. This was 60s or 70s as well, from memory. Actually, it might have been 74. But these pages are starting to yellow as well. So there'll be one of those. So these are double pages. And there'll be one of these. Did this have the year? I think it did, but I've lost the front page. I have a feeling this one was 74. Don't quote me on that either. I'm so terrible. I look at something and then 10 minutes later I've forgotten. But these ones have the really good old pictures. Look at this. Actually, this might be 60s. Look at her hair. So funny. And the shoulder pads in the old suits. Oh my goodness. I love the old pictures, and look at the old fonts. Buck cover jumper, make it in fuzzy wuzzy or 4-ply. I'm sure that means something to all of you knitters. Anyway, so there'll be one of those with the old images in it. I should have just put one kit together, shouldn't I, instead of keeping them all bundled. And this, actually, I do remember this was 74. Yes, okay. So this was out of an Australian Woman's Weekly, March 74. And it was a baby knitting. And look, the pages are all yellowed. I love them. The yellowing of the pages actually makes them look a lot older than 74, doesn't it? Anyway, so these, this booklet as well, it wasn't stapled, it was glued along the spine. So to pull them apart, they became single pages as well. But each pack will have one of those in them. What else? Each pack will have one of these. These are out of the sewing patterns, and it's the big full page. You know what I mean. I'm sure you've all seen them. So each pack will have one of those, just random. Oh, I've got a lot of these old torn up envelopes from the sewing pattern, so you can see they're all a bit beaten up, but I'm going to just chuck one of those in each pack as well, because being junk journalers, I'm sure you'll find a way to use it somehow. You can fussy cut images out like these, fussy cut them out, or just put them in your journals, folded over as pockets or something. So it'll be the one of those. I had some little embroidery I don't know, they weren't cards, but they were these little paper, teeny tiny paper things that came in one of the magazines that you rip apart and cut around. And, well, you rip them apart. So I cut the little, you know, bit where you rip it off. And I've just made them into little tags because I kind of thought they were cute. So each pack will get one of these, and each one has a different stitch on them. And then on the back, it tells you how to do the stitch. So they're just little tags. They're on coffee dyed paper with some string. So one of those in each pack. And so I've put a blue coffee dyed ruffled paper page in each pack. I can't talk today. So there's one of those in each pack, and I've got some of these embroidered. They're not hand embroidered. This was off, I think it might have been an old Doona cover. So they're machine embroidered, but they're really pretty. And each pack will have one of these. Some of the little embroidered pieces have 3 little flowers on them, but I think some only have 2. Yeah, so potluck, you get whichever one because it's kind of random. I've got threads everywhere. So they're really pretty. They'll be nice in a junk journal. So each pack will get one of those. Also got a piece of, this is like a knit fabric, and this is vintage. My grandmother had a whole stack of this fabric. I think she made a coat out of it. So there's a little piece of those, and these are just good for little embellishments and stuff because look, it's so vintagey. I've also got a coffee dyed doily to go in each one, and these are like little butterfly shaped doilies. So I've coffee dyed these, so they feel a bit rough. I don't know why. When the coffee dries, it's really stiff. And one of these little doilies. They're not white. I don't know if you can tell on camera. It's kind of a off-white, a light tan or beige. I don't know what you call that colour, but a really light brownish. And these were cut off a big tablecloth. I just sit there at night going chop, chop, chop. So one of those, and just a little swatch of fabric, and I've just sewed some vintage buttons on. So you can take the buttons off. They're just stitched on the back. You can take the buttons off and use them, or use this whole thing in your journal on an embellishment or something. Anyway, I thought they're quite cute. So one of those, and that's it. So you get a sewing theme charm, one of the magazines, the book pages, ruffle page, doilies, buttons, anyway, all of that. So those will be in my Etsy shop, I don't know, sometime shortly after this video is posted. Give me an hour or two. I'm really slow listing. I get sidetracked and I go off answering emails and all sorts of things. But they'll be up not long after my Etsy shop. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.